For once, the romantic image happens to be the truth. The Delaware River back then was choked with ice, just choked with ice. That almost never happens these days. It's hardly ever cold enough at that latitude that you're going to get that much ice around Christmas in the Delaware River. We are talking about something that makes Mount St. Helens in 1980 look like a firecracker. Within instants of this explosion, 70,000 people on the island and on the neighboring islands died. And then that number went up to 90,000 very soon after that. A huge amount of ash went into the atmosphere. And think of it as not just kind of going up, but going way up above the level of weather, 15.5 miles into the atmosphere. The first bizarre sign that something was really up with the atmosphere was in the snowfall that came in the winter of 1815 to 1816. Hungary, a snowy place, noticed their snow was brown. That's kind of strange. Apulia in the south of Italy, which doesn't usually get snow, noticed their snow was red. There's descriptions of this sort of dusty fog hanging in day after day, cold and dreary rain. Just imagine kind of the worst blustery weather, except it's summer. That's what it was like in Northern Europe. The people who survive are much, much weakened because of the lack of food. And disease becomes widespread. There's a huge outbreak of typhus that hits Ireland, and 100,000 people die of typhus that's directly related to the year without a summer. Birds are falling dead out of the sky because it is that cold. This is devastating for farmers, something they cannot recover from, and something that is completely unheard of. At that point, people began referring to this as 1800 and froze to death, or else the year without a summer. Things were so bad in New England in the summer of 1816 that there was this spike in the number of people who just gave up. That was it. No more New England, and they moved west. And they have no idea that the cause of this is a volcano that goes off the year before halfway around the world.